Greetings, my fellow Doomsday Vaulters. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Biotech Doomsday Vault, Episode 26, The Doomed Saloon. We have been making an effort to try to keep our colonists protected. So we're starting to roll out locust armor and marine helmets so that we can avoid brain injuries and lost eyes and noses and things like that. We have finished maturing, I guess is the right word, our babies. So now we just have a colony of children and things are going pretty smooth. I think I am going to design some of the projects myself this stream because, as I just said, polling is broken. But definitely eager to see where this takes us. So first things first, let's go ahead and... Oh, one thing I did change is I changed our ideological colors. So our ideology color is different than it was before. And also figured I might add, I am currently playing on the stable branch, not the unstable branch. Why that matters is there's a lot of changes to the unstable branch right now in terms of synergy between DLCs, and I don't have any of those going. Holy cow. There is a lot going on in the activity feed. Backroad Runner, Shona, thank you, and Tie-Dye, thank you for the resubs, and Tie-Dye for the raid. And then Fabi and Wicked, thank you for the gifted subs. Bryset for bits. Morty Crow for bits. Cheers, everyone. Let's hope it's another peaceful day on the Rim. I also just realized everybody is cleaning, and it would be in my best interest if they didn't. Something else I'm going to start to do is change the way I grow Tinctoria. So I'm going to switch this back to rice. Tinctoria, because it's a flower, can grow in light that hits at least 30% or 31%, which means it does not need a grow light. So we can grow Tinctoria kind of a lot more flexibly as a result. And I'll probably get that going so that we can expand our dyeing. Okay, that our clothing dyeing is a little better. Now let's see. Is the polling still broken? It is. It is. Camasia, thank you for the bits. And another hydrate. And Kith Blood for the resub. Cheers all. And Shay as well for bits. Ooh. Any hotter and I would have just hurt myself. So let me show you the changing colors. I'll have Tech Noir do it first. This is the color I chose. I thought it just looked, I don't know, closest to the color of our floors, I suppose. So there is Tech Noir sporting the new ideology color. Unlock the autocam? Of course. I have it locked pre-stream. Because sometimes he's literally not even there. I just actually let him outside to go potty. And I always have to remember to unlock it. It's not something, as far as I know, I could put on like a timer or anything. Hey, bud. Vault time, don't kill me, please. Alright, I'll try to keep you alive. Do my very best. So we are still trying to search for a viable, deep drillable source for the ground pen scanner. One thing I noticed is that this Pollux tree is just about done absorbing the pollution that we had dropped there. So I'm going to get a new shipment out there. Also, I figured it's probably worth mentioning how exactly the pollution spreading works. And the way it works is, perhaps you remember the way creep spread in StarCraft, but I'll put it this way. If I put toxic waste packs in this corner up here and let them decay or melt, it would find roughly the closest spot that was unpolluted, which would be here, and pollute it. So there's no way to just like shove your toxic waste packs into a corner, and especially with a map this polluted, and have it not spread. Like if I just let all of my toxic waste packs, if I just dump them randomly somewhere on the map, the chances of the pollution spreading into the very thin area that is not currently polluted is very high. Because I did get a lot of YouTube comments that were like, why don't you just throw it in a cave and like leave it alone? Well, if I threw it in this cave, it would start to pollute this whole cave system. So that's the way pollution works on map tiles, meaning that you can't just like shove it into a corner and have it have no effect. It will have an effect. It will just keep spreading, and you can't like avoid it. And next patch, the current branch that is on unstable, not one I'm currently playing on, but the one that is unstable, makes it even harder to deal with toxic waste packs, with small exception. One, the waste pack atomizer, which is something you get when you research Ultra Mech Tech, gets a little bit easier to build, or rather to power up. It requires less power. And then Pollux tree seeds are something that you can buy. So you'll be able to buy Pollux tree seeds and plant them yourself. So you're not at the whims of when it hatches or sprouts. It's not an animal, as far as we know. Actually, it could be an animal. It could be mycelium or something. But my point is, there will be more ways to deal with toxic waste packs next update. But also, if you like, just send it to an enemy or pollute it randomly, just shipping it off to nowhere, there will be more penalties. Maybe you get raided or stuff like that. All right, Wolf here, did not make it off the map tile before collapsing. So we're going to have to deal with that. Tech Noir, how about you feed her? And then once you feed her, administer Psychite tea for the pain, and administer beer for her addiction. And that might get her off our map tile. Yes, and then, not that I want to talk too much about the Wendigo, the first Wendigo series, but next unstable update, as long as it does not change between now and when it releases on Stable Branch, significantly makes the Wendigo project a lot easier. In fact, I don't even need mods. That's how much better germline gene inheritance becomes. Significantly better. All right, Wolf, let's hope you actually move quick now that you're drunk and high. Wow, look at this hype train. Can and Tiskarin. I'm going to pronounce it that way for your benefit. Thank you for the resub, and Morty for the gifted subs. Can you take the toxic waste pack to a different tile and dump them? Yes. Yeah. You're able to do it, but there is diplomatic... there are diplomatic penalties for doing it like that. People care. Other factions care whether you're dumping or not. Just to sort of generalize. In this series, we don't ever pollute. For, like, ethical reasons. If there was a precept of, like, does not pollute, I would have accepted it. I'm actually going to set the gas mask to gray and not colored like the rest of them. Looks more realistic, I think. Can we go get plasteel from another tile? Yeah, we could. We could do a long-range mineral scanner. We just don't have haulers, so it does make it a little bit more difficult to do that. But it is entirely possible. Let's try to get everyone in the correct colors. Although, the correct colors will constantly change because people will change their equipment. Let's see. Okay, the polling is really broken. Got it. I'll pull you with Twitch. Yeah, the blue on the gas mask was kind of ugly. Alright, so simple question. Should the armor be dyed gray? Kadath and Shield's armor and anyone else that ends up getting armor? Should it be gray instead of blue? That'll leave up to you. So for at least right now, what I'm trying to do is just find additional plasteel nodes as best as we can. It also might not be a terrible idea to start mining jade. Another thing is there is some thin rock roof here. So there's actually a possibility of mining this out a little bit further and putting some additional solar panels, which I don't think would be a terrible idea. One of the things that we're missing out on is in this area here, there is some soils that I could possibly farm on, but I've blocked them with solar panels. So if we got additional solar panels elsewhere, I could even free it up. And I'm not too worried about this being pod dropped on, even though hypothetically it would be pod drop vulnerability, because the chances of people standing here for pod drop raiders to target this specific spot are just very low. And then even if they did, I would have a lot of time to react because that is pretty far from the central part of the base. The voting with 1s, 2s, and 3s do not work. The website's down. So you have to vote on Twitch. I can't make it work. It's not my website. It's not mine to fix. This looks like all right, you guys do think it should be dyed gray. Got it. This is a somewhat significant hollow spot. I don't think I want to get any closer to the edge on the eastern half. But yeah, this looks pretty good here. If the poll never popped up on Twitch, it was probably a matter of like having to refresh or something. I don't know. I can't answer that. And we had marked previously that this here was hollow. So I suspect we're going to find even more space for potential... Oh no, maybe not. Maybe I mismarked it. Yeah, no, I think I mismarked it. I had it west of where the actual zone was or something. But there's silver ore, so that works. Did I call on the trade caravan last stream? I believe I did. Oh no, I could call on another one. Let's call another exotic. And then by the time they get here, hopefully I'll have more of this silver mined up. Yeah, this open spot, we could decide what to build. I was thinking solar, as that would be the most logical thing to build here, if it accommodates it. Because we could accommodate at least 2 panels, which helps to offset grow lights and the like. I'm going to set this one to blue as an indicator that it's empty. How's the hay coming along? Oh, barely. That's fine. So we got the jade. Haven't gotten all the silver yet. What other resources are out here? Because it's pretty calm right now. Bye, Gonzalo. So there's silver, or steel here. It's probably to the point where, like, steel that's way out of our way is going to be probably not mined up. Because I'll be able to find underground silver, or steel rather, way closer to our hub. So I'm just going to remove the plans for it. So there's compacted machinery there. Not a whole lot else. Little silver, little jade, little machinery. There was something here. I think this was plasteel. Now, one of the things I might want to do is to create a bit of a walkway path in the mining shaft, just so that people move around a little faster. It is a considerable amount of invested stone, but we have plenty of it. Yeah, this here is uncoverable. At some point, maybe I mine that direction, but I have a notion that it's probably a Trojan horse backdoor into our caves, and that's why I haven't really made an effort to go there, because we sort of acknowledged that that there's no roof here, and it's at the edge of the map, which means that unless it has overhead mountain and it's an enclosed cave, if it's thin rock roof or no roof at all, it's viable for enemies to spawn in, which would be really terrible because they'd be spawning in our cave system. To fix that, obviously, we could just mine a path outwards, but it does mean that if sappers or breachers ever spawn there, it'd be really annoying because it would give them a method to completely circumvent our defenses. Which, I don't think I need to say it, but would not be good. It would not be good. So how's the children's education coming? Pretty solid. Pretty solid. Let's see, is polling still broken? I'd like to add something nice for colony life. How to improve colony life. Potted plants for bedrooms, movie theater, a tea house, or a brewery bar. What do you guys think? What project, quality of life project, would you like to see done? So, I normally point up at the poll, but the poll's on Twitch. So, cast thy votes. Some more steel, you say? Oh, this might be... It's in Yaroslav's bedroom. Alright. In fact, here, Yaroslav, you are going to sleep here. I'm going to wake you up and have you moved. And cargo pods of synthread. Neat. Hey, old man Mino. Thanks for 9 full months of subbing. You're not the only one that hit 9 months today. Both of you have the same subiversary. Alright, as people move past the style bench, I will try to have them dye their armor. So the idea for shield is, let's do... I'm going to see what black armor and a white helmet look like. And then the art just finished up. The reason I stopped is I wanted to switch over from sandstone to limestone. Ultimately, I don't think the stone type matters all that much anymore, because we'll just die. I mean, it matters in terms of, like, certain stones have benefits. So, for instance, limestone has no benefit to beauty for things it makes, right? You can just look at... Oh, well, no, that's just the stone itself. But, Sandstone blocks have a beauty of 110. So sandstone blocks actually make for slightly more beautiful... Well, I guess if that's the case, let's go back to sandstone. This will be nicer art as a result. So the current priority now is quality of life improvements and gear. Yeah, that really hasn't changed. And we'll see how that poll wraps up. So there should be a caravan coming soon. And then I think what I'm going to do is fill in anywhere that has overhead mountain here. Apart from the dig spot, the mining spot, to protect solar panels if we have solar panels here. Because I don't want to encourage bugs to spawn if we have delicate electronics there. Seems like a good way to lose delicate electronics. I'm queuing up all the work to be done with Shay so that no one else does it. A little bit more efficient that way. So I think that's the last of the interesting outdoor minables. As far as I know. We got the jade, we got the silver. So there probably is not that much left. When the Exoticos trader comes, I do have lungs and tough skin gland to sell. And then the recent acquisition of the jade, once we have slightly higher art skill, I can put that to good use. Yeah, I kind of like the white helmet, black armor look. I don't know. It's not likely. It's not really worth pulling for it, but I guess that's how I'll roll. It's certainly not camouflaged, but we're not really going for camouflage. Checking in on the other trees. I would say the other tree, or at least this tree here, is ready for another shipment. And it looks like a brewery and a bar is the quality of life improvement that you all want to see done. Got it. When I use the tough skin gland, it physically slows you down and makes you ugly. So I don't want to make my people ugly and slow. So brewery and bar. I am going to put a door here. I'm also going to knock out this playroom. As it's never been used and never will be, because playrooms don't work that way. I was keeping it all this time for roleplay reasons, but I don't think it's necessary anymore. Cheers. Cope, thank you for the resub as well. Yaroslav. Actually, Mayhem. No, Yaroslav. Yaroslav, I'm gonna move your bed back. I know, you're probably tired of being jerked around. And then his bedroom, or that bed rather, is gonna be moved over here. I'm gonna turn this into the nursery. and then turn this into the brewery slash bar. What are playrooms for? I don't know. I mean, the toys are required to entertain babies. So I suppose what ends up happening is if you don't have toys in the nursery, they would carry the baby over to the playroom, and that's what they're for. But it to me, it doesn't make much sense not to just have the toys in the nursery, because that's just so much more efficient. So yeah, that would be my assessment there. All right, let's go ahead and get more tiles here, and let me update. Build a pub and gear. The gear has not been going well. I'm not gonna hold my breath until I get sources of plasteel, but maybe I need to get a long-range scanner sooner than later. So why are my constructors not moving stuff around? What are they all working on? Brewery needs vents? Yeah, true, it will need vents. Needs to be air conditioning controlled. So previously we had the fermenting barrels in our dining room, but I don't think that's necessary anymore. In fact, I don't even think it's necessary to have a... I think it's probably a better idea to have these the shelf of beer elsewhere. But now, it doesn't need vents anymore. Because there's no need for a door. Because there's technically no such thing as a brewery in RimWorld. So this shelf of beer, how do we want to design this? Oh, maybe not out of wood. Glad I caught that. Wood's a little pricey. So they're getting furniture made. You know, I could probably... No, I don't have a lot of fabrics. Never mind, I take that back. I was gonna say I could probably do this in fabrics for comfort. So the brewery itself, I'm gonna move over here. And then the kegs, I'll put here. Hi, raccoon. I am going to release you to the wild. I don't need a cancer raccoon. No, sir. So I'm going to put 2 doors here as quick access around the base. We don't need to make it impossible to traverse. return to the wild. Thank you. What is everyone else working on? Oh, I see. Yeah, there's still a lot of barrels and the like. These barrels probably can never be sold given how damaged they are, because I left them out for so long, but at least we can rearm our own mortars with them, which makes it worth grabbing and hauling. But we have a lot of reinforced barrels. Where's this trade caravan? I feel like I've been waiting around for it for a long time already. And there it is. Poor art, I'm just gonna break down. No real point in keeping poor art. We'll have Tech Noir head on out as soon as they arrive and do some trading. My relationship with them is also pretty low, so that might be something I want to remedy at some point. I'm a little worried about them losing interest in me being a trade partner. Okay, moving where the beer is kept. And then I'll probably want to put the hops, have shelves for hops and wort. Maybe I'll move the beer here and then have the hops and wort close. I love how the constructor doing this is a 4-year-old. That seems totally appropriate. Okay. I'm pretty satisfied with this as a design. Do you still have Dante the Rat? Yeah, we do. We still have a waste rat. Never get rid of our, well, our mascot. I also missed a pet Yoda, didn't I? And a puppy treat. Is there a rule on mech links? Yep, not using them. There's a rule more on, like, pollution, where we don't generate pollution. And technically, there's a way to use mechs without ever making pollution, but it means they hibernate for, like, they work for 10 days and hibernate for 100, which means that they're the most inefficient possible to use. So I'm just not doing it. Nope. All right, so here's shelf for hops, shelf for wort, the brewery, and that's done. Hail pink skin. Hey, perfectly immune but weak melee damage. Interesting. Lungs and tough skin gland, like I said, we could get rid of. I'll buy the Insanity Lance, and then I wish they had stuff that I actually wanted. I'm gonna sell most of the reinforced barrels. Buy the plasteel. They don't actually have a lot of plasteel though. I'm gonna buy glow roll meds because we don't have the ability to do regen cycles. I was hoping for a mega screen TV instead of a flat screen TV, and I'm probably gonna hold off on that for that same reason, waiting for the better of the two. So yeah, I guess this. They don't even have Nuturamine? Why not? What's wrong with Nuturamine? Alright, so I'll hold on to my lungs. That sounds weird. Yeah, I'll gift the lungs to them. I think that's, given our current relationship, that's probably the way to go. Are we not cutting stone anymore? No, we are. Okay. Letting the relationship breathe. Exactly. Now we're up a little. A lot of giving gifts. Quite a lot. All right, let's take a look at what is out there to hunt. There's actually a lot of wargs. It's kind of dangerous. Wargs are probably very capable of killing children, I'd imagine. Gotta be careful about that. We haven't found any more ground pen stuff other than that steel that we initially found. One thing that we could do is have an egg shelf. So I'm going to make a copy of this shelf here and put it here for eggs so that Mermillon lays eggs here, but we actually haul it over to our freezer. Is it worth grinding crafting for trade goods now? Maybe. I mean, we're already making a whole lot of art, and I can use this art to improve relationships. This lamp is probably not necessary. Let me uninstall that. Can't imagine it's a dark spot here. Now let's continue the clothing dyeing. There we go. It's not perfect, but it does stop anyone trying to pod drop from easily, quickly getting by because of the doors. Nella, I like your, you have very feminine hair and a very feminine name. Interesting. Sporting the do better than I could. Purposely leaving one of the entryways open so that it's a valid path. The only worry about that is I'm going to move the tea into the freezer. Oh, well, there's still the problem of the brewery is exposed. I don't think that there's a really good way to stop animals and also to have a continuous colony design with a brewery, but that's fine. I don't care. If animals want to come in and get shot, works for me. So what else is out here? There's some old school debris from past sieges where they just hammer away on our overhead mountain, doing nothing to us. And I think the rest of it is mostly just slag. I've been periodically checking to make sure that there's no, like, toxalope migrations that come in. So that would be really handy. But yeah, it's just all slag. Alright, the egg shelf got built. And completely covered in random stuff. So, chicken, goose, and duck are the ones that have unfertilized eggs. Everything else, it needs to be fertilized. To answer your question, because there was a question about, like, what lays unfertilized eggs. I guess I could have just checked shelving. It hadn't occurred to me at the time, but... Well, now we have a definitive answer. Okay, so the brewery, I would say, is done. Let me see if polling is working. Nope. Doesn't look like it. Okay, here we go. New priority. It's voting on Twitch. Was I right? We didn't need... Yeah, it's not dark there. Perfect. So I've just been adding sandstone art to the hallways so that the colony is a little bit more beautiful. I should spend a minute to try to get everyone in proper colony colors for their own mood benefit, so I'll make that more of an effort. It's funny that Thomas still has like an old spike core parka on. Let me switch him out. Someone still wants to wear it. Whatever. All clear force. JFed, thank you for the resub. I missed that 10 minutes ago. Cheers. I wonder if we'll get chocolate. It's currently harvestable, so I guess the answer is yes. Which is cool. Giving Highest Mayhem, Nella, and Carlotta their first taste of chocolate. Shane is now 16, Yaroslav is 15, so they're becoming the age where they can enter relationships, which is cool. Because the goal of the series is to have 3 generations, but 3 generations doesn't necessarily mean that the offspring of the initial settlers have to have kids. It could be as simple as one of the 4 children having a relationship with Yaroslav or Shane. Because that would, you know, technically still apply. Put beer in the farm? We have a lot of beer right now. So I don't think it's urgent that I plant more hops. It's also not that urgent that I plant more rice, but because rice often becomes our chem fuel, which keeps the lights on. Excess rice, good for the base. Excess hops, doesn't matter as much. Oh, yeah, putting it there does make it a dark spot. Okay, finding plasteel seems to be the winning choice. For me to try to find plasteel, I'm probably going to need a long-range scan. I think at this point, it's pretty well established that if I was to find plasteel through local scanning, it would have probably happened by now. So I'm going to get a long-range scan up. Where'd that lamp go? Is it light here? No, there's dark spots in there. Okay, I'll reinstall the light over there to help out the scanner. I could do 2 more sculptures with the current resources I have. Oh, we found jade. It is not obtainable. Another reminder, the reason it's not obtainable is because one of the requirements of this series is that I don't build outside, which includes deep drilling outside. So because of those reasons, because of those rules, it's why I haven't been setting up deep drills on any of the outdoor nodes. So the anything is non-tainted 51 plus. You know, I'm actually going to do 61 plus. That way we don't get too close to tattered. And it appears to me like Sapo and Tech Noir took off their gas masks, so I need to rezone them. And Cam as well. So, Tech Noir, Sapo. Well, everyone did. For outfits, I'm going to have to make a new one. So let me delete these other outfits. The anything outfit is going to be adults. And for adults, I am only going to allow gas masks or the marine helmets. And then the new outfit is children. And children are going to be in non-tainted, and they will be allowed to have toques. Maybe shade cones? No, I'll just say toques for now. Toques fine. Toques, no armor. And then kids, pants, rompers, shirts, and helmets. Although I doubt I'll ever make kids' helmets. Alright. And that way we don't have a lot of people taking off their gas masks who need them. Because one of the rules of the series is that if you're not protected from the pollution, you shouldn't be wandering around in the pollution. So making sure that everybody stays covered who don't have toxifier lungs is important. And then let's also, for adults, allow the locust armor. I forgot about that. Because Kadath took his off. There we go. That should work. As far as the equipment bills, I don't even think I have a gas mask bill. Because gas masks are made on a bench I don't commonly keep on. But let's do a 95 plus gas mask. Keep that in stock. So some of these gas masks have fallen below the threshold, which is why Shay and Cam, for instance, are not wearing one. Sapo, you're now unrestricted. Tech Noir is unrestricted. Shay and Cam should be restricted, and everyone else is fine. So I do need some additional gas masks, in other words. But okay, we all look the part. How's the progress for the unification of Kadath and Tech Noir? It's not going anywhere. It's definitely going to require words of love to get over that -90 for, or -70 for divorce, and X, -15 for X. So words of love will be the nudge required to push past that point, but short of words of love, it's a no-go. I'm not any closer to getting words of love. All right, almost everybody is in the correct colors, and there's a little bit of a mood bonus to be in ideology colors. And as you can see, the moods being almost street green up top are proof of that. Making people happy. So Shay now can go anywhere she wants. She now has a gas mask, but Cam doesn't. Why is one of the pawns carrying 33 gold? Probably because I caravanned it and they never dropped it. Or that he's a thief. Bit of column A, bit of column B. Keeping it safe from raiders. That's some benefit of the doubt. I like it. So I have the long range mineral scanner tuned to plasteel. Hey boulders, welcome to your first stream. So we'll see how that goes. While I wait on that, we have not yet cleaned this up. It's because we haven't, we just haven't come over here to do any cleaning. Okay. Looking good. Just waiting on the plasteel. Guaranteed find is not going to be for a long time. Thank you for tuning in to Doomsday Vault, which originally streamed live on Twitch, November 15th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my gaming community, Rhadamant.com also has a link to Discord, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. I'll catch you in next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Doomsday Vaulters.